Reality feels solid, doesn't it? The ground beneath your feet, your memories, your choices. But what if all of it is just a carefully constructed illusion? Tonight, on Screen Decoded, we're diving into 10 films that don't just tell stories, they tamper with your perception. Movies that creep into your mind, rearrange the furniture, and leave you staring at your own life differently. By the end of this list, you won't just watch reality. You'll start questioning it.
Starting off the list at number 10,
The Truman Show.
imagine waking up, going about your day, smiling at neighbors, unaware that every single moment is being watched. That's Truman's life. A perfect town, perfect routines, and something just slightly off. At first, it feels warm, safe, controlled. But then the cracks begin to whisper. A falling light, a repeated face, a sky that doesn't behave like a sky. This isn't just a story about surveillance. It's about control disguised as comfort. And as Truman starts to pull at the threads of his world, you begin to wonder how much of your life is truly chosen and how much is just scripted.
Number 9, Shutter Island. A storm, an island, a missing patient. Simple, right? A U.S. Marshal arrives to investigate, but the deeper he digs, the more the island seems to push back. People talk, but not really. Answers come, but never clean. And then the atmosphere shifts. Reality starts to feel like wet paint, smudged, unreliable. Memories twist. Truth becomes slippery. You're not just watching a mystery unravel. You're watching a mind fight to protect itself from something unbearable. And when the truth finally surfaces, it doesn't just shock you. It forces you to question whether truth itself is something we sometimes choose to ignore.
Number 8, Predestination. Time travel stories usually give you rules. This one deletes them. An agent jumps through time to stop a criminal who always seems one step ahead, but every mission feels personal. Too personal. Conversations linger. Faces feel familiar. Events loop back on themselves like a snake swallowing its own tail. And then comes the realization. Not everything is connected. Everything is the same thing. This film doesn't just bend time, it traps you in it. By the end, you're left staring into a paradox so tight, so complete. You begin to wonder if fate isn't something that happens to us, but something we unknowingly become.
Seven, Donnie Darko. A teenager, a quiet town, and a man in a terrifying rabbit costume who whispers about the end of the world. From the start, nothing feels stable. Time skips. Reality flickers. Events feel pre-written. Donnie sees things others don't. But the real question is he seeing the truth or losing his grip on it? This film moves like a dream you can't quite wake from. Strange, symbolic, and unsettling. And as everything builds toward an inevitable moment, you realize this isn't chaos. It's a system. A system that might suggest your life isn't random at all, but part of something far more predetermined.
Number 6, the Matrix. What if reality is just a simulation? Not metaphorically, literally. A hacker discovers that the world he knows is nothing more than a digital illusion created to keep humanity asleep. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Walls stop being walls. Physics becomes optional. Truth becomes terrifying. The real horror isn't the machines. It's the idea that your entire life could be manufactured and you'd never know. This movie doesn't just question reality. It asks you one simple, haunting question. If given the choice, would you rather know the truth or stay comfortable in the lie? And as we move into the top 5, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to get more contents like these. And for number 5, we have Inception. Dreams feel real while we're in them. Now imagine being able to enter them, build them, manipulate them. A team of specialists dives into layered dreams to plant ideas deep within the subconscious. But here's the problem. When you're inside a dream, within a dream, within a dream, how do you know you've woken up? Time stretches, gravity bends, reality collapses in on itself like folding paper. And as the layers stack higher, the line between dream and reality fades into nothing. By the end, you're not just watching the characters question reality. You're staring at your own world thinking, what if I never woke up? Four, coherence. A dinner party, 8 friends, a passing comet. That's it. No explosions, no elaborate setups, just conversation. Until something shifts. Lights flicker, phones glitch, and suddenly, there are other versions of the same night. Same people, different choices. The tension creeps in quietly, like a shadow that doesn't belong to anything. Who are you talking to? And more importantly, which version of you are you? This film turns a simple setting into a psychological maze where identity itself becomes unstable. And once it starts unraveling, there's no clean way back. Now it's time for the big 3, and starting off is Black Swan. Perfection has a price, and for Nina, that price is herself. A ballerina chasing the perfect performance begins to lose the line between who she is and who she needs to become. Mirrors linger too long. Movements feel duplicated. Reality fractures under pressure. This isn't just psychological horror. It's identity dissolving in real time. The deeper she descends into obsession, the more reality twists into something darker, more primal, until you're left wondering, was any of it real? Or did perfection demand the complete destruction of the self? Our first runner-up, holding the number 2 spot, it's Triangle. A group sets out on a simple boat trip and ends up trapped in something far worse than a storm. An abandoned ship, empty corridors, and a growing sense of déjà vu that refuses to fade. Events repeat, then repeat again, but not quite the same way. It's like reality is stuck,
replaying itself with small, horrifying variations. And the more the main character tries to escape, the more she realizes she might not be escaping anything at all. This film doesn't just loop time, it weaponizes it, leaving you with a chilling thought. What if you're not moving forward in life, just reliving the same cycle over and over? And finally, the movie considered to be the most mind-boggling film of the last 5 decades. It's Interstellar. Space is vast, cold, unforgiving. But the real mystery isn't out there. It's time itself. A mission to save humanity turns into something far deeper, a journey through dimensions where time behaves like a physical space. Minutes stretch into years. Love crosses impossible boundaries, and reality becomes something you can almost touch. This film doesn't just question reality, it redefines it. By the end, you're left with a haunting, beautiful realization. Maybe reality isn't just what we see. Maybe it's shaped by forces we can't fully understand. And maybe the answers we're searching for have been with us all along. So, which of these realities would you dare step into? Because once you watch these films, you don't just return to normal life. You start noticing things, questioning patterns, doubting certainty. And that's the real twist. The movie ends, but the questioning, that stays with you. And don't forget to subscribe to ScreenDecoded, where every frame hides a deeper truth waiting to be uncovered.